All right, people, emergency press conference. Things are not going as planned. In the words of Smash Mouth, my world's on fire. How about yours? Well, Smash, mine is too. Let's talk about it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jesus, Andrew, is that what you really look like? Yes, it is. I did not have any time to doll myself up because I've got emergency information from an open house experience I had this past Saturday that I need to tell you about. It led me to look at the numbers of Orange County, and oh my God, the market is even crazier than we thought it was. This weekend on Saturday, I was helping a colleague at an open house in Mission Viejo. It was a 3-bed, 2.5 bath listed at $1.05 million. It was a wonderful home, and we are expecting some people to come through. I brought 30 flyers that I would hand out, one to each family so they could learn more about the properties, and it was gone in the first hour. We had over 60 families, not 60 people, but 60 families show up to this home to check out what was on the market. On top of that, my beautiful girlfriend and I just offered on our first home together, and we got beat like nothing. In a moment, there were 12 offers significantly over asking price, and we just got shot down to the curb. Our dreams were ruined, and we're still crying about it today. Now, these two firsthand experiences prompted me to look at the numbers to find out what the hell is going on in Orange County so that I can bring that information to you so you can make an educated decision for you and your family. Let's look at the numbers. In the holidays, we expect inventory and demand both to slump off a little bit because a lot of people don't want to move during the holidays. Well, guess what? This year, inventory has slumped off, but demand seems to be staying the exact same, if not higher, because I think all buyers are thinking the same thing. Usually, in a normal market, the holidays are a great time to stand out. Hell, I was even preaching that in my Market Monday videos just a few days ago, and unfortunately, it seems like things have changed this year. Now, this November of 2021, we had 22.6% less inventory than last November of 2020. If you remember back then, that was when we were on the uptrend of the COVID case count around Orange County that held through the rest of December, January, and February. Unfortunately, a lot of people were getting sick, and those concerns held a lot of sellers off the market. But somehow today, even though we have lived with the concerns of COVID for about a year and vaccines have been rolling out, there is less inventory today significantly than last year. Now, our average sales price has shot up tremendously. We've got a sales price of $1.23 million. We're about 22% over what it was last November. On top of that, we've got 21 days on market for the average and 9 days for the median, and we are 2.6% over the original listed price on average around Orange County. Now, if we check out the sales to list price percentage on the graph, you can see we were slumping down. We were coming off of those highs that were happening around June and July, and then all of a sudden in November it shot right back up. This is because buyers are trying to be as competitive as possible to get these homes when they thought that other buyers weren't going to be on the market. On top of that, our average sales price has gone up over the past 2 months. We thought it was leveling out and maybe it was going to come off the highs and start to trend downward. Well, that ain't happening over past October and November. Things have gone up, and I would expect that this December, things will be even higher. If we follow this graph with the blue bars, we will see how many properties are for sale at a given month. Now, every single time that the holidays have come around in November and December, they have always slumped downward. On top of that, November has always been more properties than December has. Well, look what's happening right now. This past November in 2021 was the lowest amount we've had for the past 3 years, and that's only November. If we follow the pattern that's happened in the past, December is going to have even less inventory than we saw beforehand. Now, what does this mean? If you are a seller, get your home on the market if you have considered selling, because right now it is unbelievable the amount of attention you will drive if your home is priced properly, and especially if it has upgrades. On top of that, I'm expecting the average sales price to go up significantly in December as well as January and maybe even February. The reason why I say that, if you look historically, 2 out of the past 3 years, we've seen a pretty significant spike come the new year after the holidays. When we have the amount of inventory that we have right now, as well as the amount of demand that seems to have either stayed the exact same as normal or maybe even gotten higher, I think sellers are going to continue to have so much leverage in their negotiations and be able to set the price that they want. Take advantage of it before it goes away. Right now, we're going to look at a graph that we have not looked at before. This is the average asking, sold, and unsold prices. What I want to focus on is the black dotted line. That is your unsold price. If we look at the trend over the past 3 years, when we've seen a relatively significant spike in that price, there's been a delayed reaction to the asking and the sold prices. Well, look what happened in November. We have the highest spike that we've seen over the past 3 years, and yet we still have not seen that reaction transfer into the sold and asking prices. If things follow how they have in the past, that means we should see a pretty significant spike in the average sales price either in December, January, or February. Finally, our month supply of inventory is the lowest it has been for the past 3 years at least. This is driving us further into a seller's market because the demand is outpacing our inventory. This is the perfect time for sellers to take advantage of this opportunity. Buyers, unfortunately, this also means that you need to be very competitive in your offers. Otherwise, you will end up like Lauren and I crying in the fetal position because your offer did not get accepted. The holiday market in Orange County has been absolutely insane, and quite frankly, it's been more insane than it has been over the past 3 years. If you are expecting for prices to drop, it's not happening anytime soon. And if you need to move, it is better to move quickly than it is to wait on the market. Otherwise, you will end up just like so many buyers who have waited over the past year for prices to finally come down, and they haven't. Regardless of everything, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video even though I didn't dress for the occasion. This is important information that I figured you needed to know right away so that you can make the best financial decision for you and your family. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. It helps me out a ton. Also, be sure to follow Andrew Parker Realty on all social media for more property tours, market updates, and real estate tips. And finally, if you have any questions or comments of your own, be sure to leave them in the comment section below or shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to respond or make videos answering the questions that you guys have. All right, good luck to all the buyers and sellers. Take advantage of this. I'll see you in the next one.